With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. But tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Baltimore Ravens. Just about set for a start. Happy to have you with us, and we are underway here on Thursday Night Prime Time. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson, first play, going to throw. Oh, the first play of the game going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
He's able to force his way through one man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. 2nd down. But you look at this defense. They currently sit at number 4 in the NFL in terms of stopping the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Well, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
Well, that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's going to go as a loss of 17 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away. Here comes Reed. Shifts past him. Great blocking, nearly sprung in there. 28-yard return. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Jeanty. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll go again with Jeanty. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. They'll try to run forward with Jeanty. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Able to fight through one tackle. Down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jayden Reed, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Now a first carry here, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground, and the Raiders have recovered. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Throwing is Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 33. 3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory. Down at the 33. Now it's Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. 33 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and We had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Viking 18. 79. 60 Eagles.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Reed.
It's a gain of 15. Brings up 2nd and inches at the 36-yard line.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On play action, they'll throw. They'll get this out to Jeanty. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Cowboy 80. Go.
On 1st down, it's Jeanty. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Drop low 80. Go street.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sit through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. 3rd down and 1.
Flag. Back to 60. Back to 65. 65. Check out.
They'll set up to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. They only needed 1 yard on 3rd down. They get 10 instead by going to the air.
At the 9-yard line.
Steady.
On the give, Jeanty. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
As long as you've been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now's where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on 1st and goal.
Hold it ready.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And they'll run again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Pass complete right side to Bowers. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage. 4th down, and on comes the Raider kicker, Daniel Carlson. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. The kick by Carlson is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he fires one incomplete. The Ravens sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. The winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And last week they took one on the chin, but to me, this is a pretty resilient bunch. So I don't think they'll dwell too much on that loss. They'll be looking to come out in this one and make amends right now.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And Jackson throwing once more. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, only the 2 catches for him thus far, CD, but both of them have resulted in touchdowns.
And I think he's on the bench right now, Brandon, smiling at his position coach and telling him, all those times you talked to us about efficiency, I'm living it right now.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A gain of 6. First down. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Back to throw here. That's caught. It's Dante Thornton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another Las Vegas
Again, he'll drop to throw. Throw out wide is incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
2nd and 10.
Let's go now. 19 tight. 19 tight. Take over.
Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
They'll look to throw again. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Raiders, first down. First down.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? A give out of the gun to Jeanty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Jeanty, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Carlson now to add the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
That's the score. Raiders 17. Ravens 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 65 yards. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Raiders 17.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Ready up.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
They'll look to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The kick by Carlson is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Looking to put a drive together. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Short throw caught by Bowers. And it's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
2nd and 3. Now he's going to step up and run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Over the middle and complete to Addison. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's to the left side where he's got Bowers. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is a big fella, Nnamdi Madubuike, forcing his way in. He comes up with a sack. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would, and in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they talked about, hey, we just won't put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game. In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You won't put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about seeing defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball, let him do his thing, and they got it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 13-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Jackson will throw again. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Raiders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Once again, it's Genty. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
That's why I never ask for help.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, 76 yards. And the Raiders use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the fourth. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him go up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Here now, 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw is Jackson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Jackson going for the deep ball. And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And he rifles one incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Jackson now. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run.
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Hey, sit on! Sit on! Sit on! Sit on!
Again, Jackson. Got a man that's caught for a Ravens touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Ravens answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Jackson here is going to look to throw, and this one's caught. And their fourth-quarter lead grows by a couple more. So that effort gives them a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll drop the throw. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Leo Chenal. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there. His third touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season. And the Ravens will add to their fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Raiders 46.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And it'll be a terrific return here as he gets it down all the way inside the 30.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Fights out the defender. Great footwork, but still wrangled down before reaching the 20. A good start there on first down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
And that's going to be caught touchdown. Brock Bowers from 21 yards away. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is down to a field goal now.
Next to score, Ravens 36, Raiders 33.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Throwing is Jackson. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
39-yard line.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. As his guys are able to extend their lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a two-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
A 9-yard loss. It's now 2nd and 19 at the Raiders' 41-yard line.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Field goal. A 53-yard attempt.
And this one is right down the middle. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. This is caught inside the 15. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Dante Thornton, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Raiders have cut it back within a score. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. This one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Max Crosby blowing up the play and getting the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Jackson. That's complete. Left side to Bateman. And this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Throwing now is Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And even though he gets out of bounds to stop the clock, it's not going to matter. That 1st down going to be enough to write a finish to this one.
The 17-yard line.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. And in this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for Baltimore, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, their season is on life support somewhat now at 3-6. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
should already know how I'm stepping. Saying you want love for the essence, this time I'll be the one to address it. No ABCs, but I got that for your efforts. New Van Cleef for the necklace. Being that voice in the trenches, so tell me what's your preference. I'ma keep my cool if you stay composed. And when your boy gets home, I don't want